Okay, I'm going to call the Wage and Personnel meeting for Monday, February 2nd at 6 p.m. into order. We are a full board this evening with all board members present. Just a couple of announcements. The meeting is being recorded by Zoom. Anyone intending to make an audio or video recording of the meeting should notify the chair at this time. Items may be taken out of order at the discretion of the chair. The first items that we have will be Tina Betty, the Human Resources Director, and Scott, please help me in your last name. Lambiase, our new town administrator, to discuss the salary of the new administrative assistant, BOS HRIT hire above step 3 of grade 3 at step 4. And then I see this hourly rate. Is that?
It's an hourly position.
It's an hourly position, yeah. And the rates figured based on because we had a position.
Yeah, so, no. So the rate.
You explain that.
Sure. So, so the compensation study that happened a few years ago, the data that came in was based on 40 hours. So what was decided through KTU negotiations was, because all of those positions are hourly, we took the salaried amount, divided it by 40, and their hourly grid is just per hour. And then depending on how many hours your particular position works is ultimately what you make. So those same dollar amounts that are in the bylaw under salaried, as we talked about before, some positions in the bylaw are not salaried. They are non-exempt hourly, and so using that same concept, that's how that dollar amount came.
Okay, so there's still the issue of
you guys, your audio cut out. Sorry.
Try it.
How about now?
Yeah,
okay.
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Why is it red though? It's
because it's out of power, and there's the UPC on the bottom. Little adjustment.
But the big thing in this is please charge the DMC. Done.
Derek, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, so if we speak at this level, it is going out there and everybody can hear us?
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if you cut out, but yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So Scott, I don't know if you know what the issue is that we've been talking about, and the concern is that we have it printed at one rate, and we have this differently hourly rate. So we've been talking here amongst ourselves that we thought it should be an administration issue and a policy set by the Board of Selectmen on which way this is going to go. I mean, we'll go with the current methodology, but we kind of see some issues based on the way the bylaw is printed and the salary schedule.
I'm sorry, can you?
In other words, you're saying it's 27 to 17 an hour. Does that equal the salary of grade of step 4 in grade 3?
At 30,000 hours a week, or 35 hours a week, it does, yeah.
No, does it equal the number in
no, because it's not
because that's 40.
Yeah,
so
right.
So there's the problem.
And we did have the discussion that we absolutely should clarify that. And I don't know if that's going to require.
Doesn't require anything from us. Because it's from the selectmen. And it may have to go to town.
Well,
meeting.
that was my thought. It probably had to go to the town meeting, right?
Possibly.
So I guess I'm a little confused because we talked about, at least for going forward, including the hourly rates in the bylaw.
Correct.
Right. So we had the discussion about the philosophy of how these rates came up. Either I'm not remembering or whatever, but I wasn't understanding that it ultimately was going to be a board selection decision.
You know, the last meeting we talked about was a policy decided by the Board of Selectmen, not by the Wage and Personnel. You know, we don't have judicial authority, we don't have administrative authority. We are just basically, our charge is to make sure that the Wage and Personnel people are treated like fairly as the other people are in the town, KPU and the other unions. So What you're saying is KTU does it this way.
Mhm.
So even though the salary published in the KTU does not equal what the hourly wage is, if you just look at the number of a full-time job is the hours worked, because you only work 35 instead of it's calculated at 40. All I'm saying is clarification. Yes, we talked about a possible solution of listing the hourly numbers in. And does that solve the problem? It's not, again, it's not up to us to decide. It's up to administration to decide that that solves the problem and that's the policy going forward. I just want to make sure we're clear on it, that's all. So I'm clear in the way you're doing it,
Yeah, so.
but I can see problems with my salary says 32,462, and when I add up my full-time job for the hours I'm allowed to work at the town because the offices are closed, I only make 31,500. You owe me the balance. I can see that as being a problem. So,
Yep.
you know, how does that get fixed? And we can continue to do this, but each time it comes up, I'm gonna bring it up again.
Well, I've been bringing it up for 3 years, and I wanted it as an hourly in the bylaw. But having said that, so just for the comparison of KTU, so in their contract, they only have the hourlies all. Right, and so, they're hourly, so, you know, I just hired a laborer who's at 40 hours, and so their offer letter says blah, 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 grade, blah, 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 step, it's the same dollar amount as someone else in that grade at that step at 40 hours a week. And then this.
And it may be just something as simple as creating a grid that says, here is the hourly wages for the jobs that are in wage and personnel that are not salary. And that's it.
Sure.
Okay.
And that's not to say, again, if it's in the bylaw, that's not to say if the, or aging personnel or board, however it ends up coming out, wants to take what that salaried is and divided by whatever an individual position, just keep in mind that will increase people's rates. Yeah.
I'm just trying to prevent a problem later, that's all. I mean, it's not a question of,
Same.
you know, and, so again, what I'll say is if we are going to prepare some language, and maybe this is the way to approach it. Do you want us to come back and say, here's what we want that schedule to look like. Could you please take it to the Board of Selectmen for approval? And then if they approve it, then we'll adopt it into the bylaw.
So I thought we were working on a grid of the hourlies. Right.
By hour.
Right.
Yeah, remember?
I mean, in fiscal year 27.
Right,
Right.
right. So that, but
Because this year is fiscal year
Right,
20.
right.
27, this one's going to take effect in July 1?
Well, the grid appearing in the bylaw will take. effect
July
July
1. Okay.
Yeah, or
Okay.
do
Yeah.
you?
All right. That's fine. All right.
Remember that's on the agenda for tonight.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just, I don't want it to be just approval from us. I want to make sure that it's policy from the town administration.
So when they look at
You mean-
when Board of Selectmen.
They look at the bylaws,
Right.
they
so
understand why we're doing it.
Right, but it reminds me, because I don't remember, because he's been taking almost every year. So I know at town meeting, wage and personnel has 2 articles. They have the money one if they're gonna do a COLA.
Yep.
And then they.
No, it's just one,
Yeah, it's just one.
just one on.
The goal is a piece and then the
Right.
bylaws.
Right, okay, so,
It's all together in.
Yeah.
but one's the dollar amount if there's a COLA.
Yeah.
The other one, any bylaw changes.
Right.
So that gets presented to Board of Selectmen before you even go to town meeting.
And
They
finance
decide.
committee.
Right, so they're voting.
So
on
there'll be
that.
approvals from
Right.
those boards. That's
But
fine.
if they voted no, you could still go forward with it.
And then the town meeting could decide. Yeah, no, that's fine. I just want that procedure to go through the way, so that it's 100%. That's all.
I agree.
You know, this way there's no more back and forth about salary.
But I think it was going to be on the agenda,
What's gonna be on the agenda?
how the hourly rate is calculated.
One of these agendas?
No, wait, remember Kim? Kim
Yes.
sent you that email
Which you.
She sent an email saying that the
about
board
wage
was going to.
proration was on the Board of Selectmen.
Board of
agenda.
Oh, right, I don't know if it's been back on the agenda, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Okay.
All right, sorry. So, okay. I'll let you go ahead.
No, I mean, it's just, clarification for all, I guess, but, okay, so we posted a position, Trish technically the supervisor for this position. We had a number of interviews, I think 8. Some good candidates, we got a lot of candidates. Some good candidates. I think we interviewed everyone that was close enough good as well as good. And ultimately, this is the candidate that we like. They appear very eager to come work with us. They understood the salary piece of it. They understood what the work is. There were a lot of good pieces of the interview, the reference checking, and we are asking for above a step 3, mainly because given the timing of when this person will start, they won't be up for a step increase until July of 27. And have you been able to get this taken care of before the turn of the calendar year? Maybe we would have done a step 3, but in any event, ultimately we want to make sure that we're paying people and their experience for what they're worth coming in. And that's where we are going to look at this.
Any questions, Eric?
No, but I did, and this you can tell me, we can table this or talk to it later. I did have some thoughts about the prior concerns that Tina had expressed about not having not having the sufficient vacation to offer individuals when we start getting up to a more senior level. But I just wanted to put that out there before I forget it because I have new dad brain still.
No problem.
And I'm gonna use.
I was like bringing this up again, but
I'm gonna use that excuse for as long as possible too. So
Yeah. Then they get to the age where they realize you don't remember. They're like, no, you said it.
yeah, and
So I
that,
could go.
yeah, and everything that you knew is no longer valid. Okay.
Any questions, Lori?
I do. I have a couple of questions. In looking at the vacancy.
Yeah.
It refers a lot to all departments supported by the position. I'm a little unsure about how many departments this person is supposed to be supporting and in what kind of support procedure it is.
So this position is the administrative assistant, the board of selectmen, the human resources department, and the IT. They sit in the board of selectmen's office. As I believe you know, Trish is the assistant to the town administrator and the board of selectmen. His position is the administrative assistant for that office. So some of the things I know on the IT side of the house that this position deals with is, paying the bills. I believe if there's pieces about IT equipment, kind of helping that. Again, we, for budget reasons, didn't replace our IT manager with a consulting company that comes out twice a week. So kind of working on that process. On the HR side of the house, it's similar. There are pieces that are kind of a little bit heavier on the HR side. I don't know if you guys remember, but last year we looked to reclassify this position. It was a grade 2, as most administrative assistants are. Part of the HR piece of it brought it up to the next grade, to grade 3. Because they need to understand some of the laws that tie in under HR in terms of forms. Again, for the most part, this position isn't necessarily guiding, helping people pick up benefits plan or whatever, but they have to have that skill set to understand, like, oh, we offer this, and and just kind of know, like, oh, we're a 60-40 split, those kind of things. They also, on the HR side, pay my bills.
Let me ask you another question. I think what I'm looking at in terms of other department or departments supported, you're talking about supporting HR, IT, and board of selectmen, not other departments beyond those 3.
Not beyond those 3. I will say, I think in general, the board of selectmen's office kind of gets the brunt of.
They do.
What we don't have to do it kind of a thing. So in essence, I think both this position and Trish's position are kind of always supporting all the departments, just by nature of where their office is. But is it a matter of, let me answer that telephone call because I know what I'm talking about assessing? No.
No. And it wouldn't be as if to say, okay, collector needs help. We'll use this person. That's not what you're talking about here.
I will be honest with you, I mean,
Weird stuff happens,
Well-
you know.
for the most part, the townhouse, if there's certain level of all hands on deck, everyone works for everyone.
Understood.
Or what helps everyone, it's not,
Totally understood.
I mean, you've done things.
I just got a little puzzled when it said about other departments, it's how other beyond the three.
Yeah,
I don't want to see this person getting bombarded and being used as the donkey for every.
yeah, I mean, I think, like, even just hearing Trish talk in the interviews for this position, it is very much of that office, it's all questions, if there's not an answer somewhere, people are getting to them, so.
Been there, done that,
Yeah.
and discussed. Okay, the parking clerk, they're gonna be, managing the licensing for the town, all of the licensing?
That office does shellfish, they do, not beach, they do the other.
Yeah, the job description says, municipal licensing for
Yeah, the liquor
alcohol,
license.
food, car dealerships, yeah, so that person will be doing all that, okay. And what is this individual, the job vacancy requires an associate degree, the person's currently, according to her resume, involved in that, when will that finish? When is your associate's get?
So.
I mean, her experience is.
Yeah. So like most jobs in general, you can't really require a degree, other than certain professionals just by law. And so a lot of that is this individual or anyone sitting this chair may never have an associate's degree, but if they have years of experience at that date, then they are.
If she's got the years.
Yep.
But it's not a requirement, it's a recommendation.
Right,
On
right.
on-
And there's usually wording in there that talks about or equivalent years or something.
Yes.
Yeah. it's
Yeah.
pretty standard the word, yeah.
It was very standard, it was a
Yeah.
curiosity thing.
Yeah.
Minimum of 4-year prior admin, equivalent combo of education and experience, so yeah, it is open, but
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Her level of experience is pretty decent.
Yeah.
So she would qualify into that. And, those were the only questions I had with this one, with this, individual.
Okay,
Yeah, that was it, thank you.
no problem. Tina, breakdown a week in terms of portion BOS, portion HR, portion IT.
I think it depends on a given week.
Hemisphere, just give me some idea.
Um,
Is it 50% BOS and 50% HRIT?
I think that's right, Trish. Well, yeah.
Hey,
I mean,
Trish,
by
can you
nature-
unmute?
by nature,
I would say IT would not be like 25% with just the bills alone. I don't think it's that much.
Yeah.
And I think for HR, it was scheduled when Kathleen was doing the job that it was certain afternoons that she would handle things for specific to HR. So I would think it would be more Board of Selectmen, just a little more than 50-50.
So 50, 30, 20?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just I see this for IT just bills.
Got it,
Okay,
got it. Is this, Trish, is this person the go-to person by IT if there's a problem?
No,
Okay, so support mainly,
it's just for bills.
just for
The,
this.
the only
Okay.
support they would handle would be to give them the instructions on how to reach out to IT specifically.
Okay, and you interviewed this person, Trish?
I did.
Okay, this is a person you want?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
thank you.
Thank you.
Derek, you're good? Okay,
Yeah.
I read that. All right, I'll take a motion if there's no more discussion.
Okay, I move to, approve candidate. Excuse me, I need my glasses back. I move to approve, the hiring of the administrative assistant, BOS, HR, IT. With a, step 4 grade for fiscal 26 at $26.17 an hour.
Second.
So grade 3 step.
I'm also gonna add that to, no, okay, fine.
Okay, can I get a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, I'll call, any more discussion? Okay, I'll call the roll. Lorraine,
Yes.
Derek,
Yes.
Jim, yes. Okay. That's taken care of. Okay. And thank you for indulging me on the hourly discussion again. Sorry.
Good choice, good choice.
The next item coming up is the Tina again and Scott to discuss the salary of the employee promotion to the superintendent of streets position at step 7 of grade 13 at an annual salary of $128,314, a 13.75% promotional increase. I'm going to just in the view of full transparency, I'm going to recuse myself from this discussion. I had dealings with the candidate through my business. I don't get any remuneration for it. The town buys product from my company. And I tend to be the go-to person because I'm local to answer their questions. So I have a lot of interaction and I don't want to, I'll recuse myself from this discussion. I'm going to turn the meeting over to Lorraine and Lorraine will run this part of the meeting. Okay, so I'm going to go look at my iPad at 6:20.
Okay, thank you. We're just gonna say, Jim is refusing at 6:20. Okay, I'll be stepping forward. Tina,
Yeah.
what would you like to talk?
So we have an internal candidate.
Thank you.
This is for the vacancy of street trees and parks superintendent, which also handles the transfer station and is also the tree warden. This position came about because of a retirement. The incumbent we're discussing has been the interim street trees and parks super for over a year now. The position ultimately was, part of the reason why it was a year in the making is because the town was looking into if we wanted to develop a DPW. The DPW was a no-go. And so once that was decided, then we posted the position. We got, luckily, our interim person applied and they applied and they're clearly qualified for it, having done it, not just having done it for the past year, but also in that department prior, and they had years of experience moving in before even coming to the town. So in the past, when and it's often the case, luckily, because it was succession planning and what a great job we all do. Especially in our labor departments, we really try to get our foremen. I gotta come up with a better term for that. Four persons, what I like, but it kind of doesn't sound. Anyway,
Four folk.
So we have had, great success in the fact that our 4 men have stepped up to become the supers, the department heads, once those positions become available typically through retirements. And in the past, what we look at is we would look at a 3-year average of what that individual made, because they are going from an hourly position where they have overtime, stepping into a salaried where it's just, this is what you make and we pay you for the body of knowledge, not how many hours you work. And so we take that average and then we apply, if this person didn't get the job and they were just going to stay at the foreman, what would their dollars look like the upcoming fiscal year? And then take that average and then apply the 5 to 7%. So in this particular case, as well as at least the last 2 foremen that we've moved up, the increase actually comes out to the 5 to 7%, higher than the 5 to 7%, just by nature of what they're used to making to begin with. So it's one of the reasons why we are recommending step 7, where this individual has been in the position and as interim, they will qualify for a step increase from July 1. Their request, I believe, was for 130. And so starting them at the grade at step 7 is a little bit less than that. And then moving them to July 1 to step 8 will get them to the 1.
I mean, he has extensive experience. He has 15 years with the town.
And before, yep.
Yeah, and
And he had the
there are
licenses and
he's got the licenses, but
Yeah.
prior to the 15 years with Kingston, he has a pretty good understanding.
Yeah, and I think, especially in the labor departments, all of our departments, but I think you can visualize it better with the labor departments. Our department heads are working department heads, you know.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it's not just policy making and answering emails. It's policy making, answering emails, clearing your brain, and then also typing and everything else. In this guy's case, you know, there's the wrench and, you know, probably streets.
Hot washes.
So,
I had a question about his resume, something that he wrote that I found interesting. There's no criticism, no anything. And it says, most recently, I worked with the Board of Selectmen chairperson to develop and implement a memorandum of understanding between the Highway Department, Sewer Department, and Water Department. I think working with the departments is really good. I mean, because you can share equipment and time and brains. How did that happen and how does it work? How's it go?
so as we said, you know, the town looked at doing a DPW when it was determined that wasn't the direction the town wanted to go. What was decided, as you know, water and wastewater have elected boards. So what was decided was, and with the board of selectmen as well, let's get a memorandum of understanding of this is how procedures will work within the three departments. So all hands on deck, they figured out what that is. It's really just been implemented, so I'm not really sure how it's going.
Well, so that's a good, the fact that they created a body of guidance is really pretty good. I had nothing to criticize or even really question. I think the gentleman is quite qualified.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, over a year's interim is a bit long, but I guess, you know, work the process for,
We had the DP, like we had
right, we had
over 10 last year,
right,
so there's
so, yeah. But I think it, you know, as opposed to someone off the street, like we could really see what this candidate could do. And yes, you know, I think working with the other department heads and those commissions and boards, you know, we're Streeters and Parks doesn't have an elected commission and board. Other than the Board of Selectmen. You know, I think this candidate stepped up with that, you know, even just at department head meetings, you could see and understand that they were working with other departments that, you know, the foreman, you maybe were on the sideline for, but now you're the player for. And, you know, knowing who the incumbent is, even just the communication level of using social media and those different pieces, you know, I've heard nothing but great things about all of that.
in the interim, how many employees and how many contracted employees is he handling? I'm trying
A
to,
lot.
I know, I was looking at him going, how many does?
Yeah, so I mean,
Four.
what's weird, I'm looking for a transfer station, is 3 full-time people alone. And then, I wanna say on the low side, at Streets and Parks, employee wise, has at least 8. And then once winter comes, you know.
Yeah, I've got responsible for the safety of 11 marine leisure operations, 20 town employees and 28 contracted. So I looked at that. At the same time, you're also doing that and you're also tracking maintenance and overseeing this
Budget.
you know, and it's a really, you know, Paul Basler did a good job and I think because he was under Paul Basler, it probably was helpful. Because I don't think there were problems with Paul.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I think the town does a good job about if the foreman is ready to step up, and if they're not, someone else in their group usually is. Really wants to step up because, you know, not everyone wants to be a department head. Right, that's true. You know, I think the town does a good job in saying, all right, this is gonna be my second, or someone in this group is gonna be my second, let's make sure they're prepared for it.
I'm a big fan of succession planning.
I agree.
Especially in municipalities. It's foolish to not think about that.
Right.
Do you have any questions, Derek?
Yeah, not so much about the candidate that we're discussing, but more so, was sort of the opportunity for other individuals who are not necessarily, I mean, I know we're talking about succession planning, but you know, not necessarily within the town given the opportunity to apply.
So it was posted on our website. And so the way the bylaw reads is, you know, technically it's considered promotion, so we do have to post it for at least 2 weeks. And so it was posted on our website. That's considered the advertising and posting for it. So that piece was there.
or do we get any candidates
We
beyond?
did not.
Okay. Well, it's
Okay.
I value outside I valued outside interest, but if we don't get it. All right.
That's it. If it's on the website, it's public.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So there is opportunity.
Right. And I will say, I mean, I don't know, from my past life, not in municipality, I've definitely seen it more in municipalities. Like I have gotten the phone calls from candidates saying, I see that's posted, is it already earmarked for somebody? And so maybe that's just kind of known in the municipality world, but what I typically say is, we post it and look at all candidates because we do. And then for the jobs that are QTU, we're required to post it internally for 5 days, which we do, but we can also do it externally. And right in the posting, we say, external applicants will be reviewed XYZ date if there's no internal applicants.
And then just a little. So I know we're looking at like a double-digit increase here as far as percentage increase. Was there a significant bump as well when this individual took over for in kind of an interim basis? So I'm just trying to kind of understand the acceleration that we're looking at here from a finance perspective.
So the way it works when a staff member, when a staff member takes on a responsibility.
Should we just call him Mr. X?
Takes on the responsibility of a department head, and we've had this in a number of jobs, not just the labor ones. So what you do is you look at that department head's grade, and what typically happens is we either start them off at step 1, 2, or 3. And then they're usually coming from a hourly position going into that. And so we still allow them to do overtime if needed. Because technically that's their real job, the non-exempt position. So looking at what the person was making as a foreman and then tying it to the salaried job of a department head, there is an increase. It was significant in the fact that, again, I have to look at what if in this type of a situation, I do a 3-year look back, and this is part of the problem, not a problem, you get a problem. This is part of the strategy because our labor, especially our labor positions, if they're in a foreman position and they're at like step 10 and they work overtime, they make pretty okay money, right? And so once they step into, now I'm going to be the department head, you do have to give some type of a bump or else who would take it, right? Because you're going to work the same amount of hours, you're just not making.
You're going to lose money. Lose money. Nobody loses money.
Right.
Nobody. It makes no sense to promote someone and then have them tell, "Oh yeah, you're going to lose money."
Right.
But you're
Who would
really,
take it?
the lucky.
Right.
Nobody would take it.
Right.
Nobody really.
So I'm not sure if that answered your question, Eric, but
So I guess is the percentage increase is based upon kind of the aggregation of the past 3 years. So
not the interim stuff, not the interim year.
okay, exactly. All right. So it's not like we're going double, in the teens with a percentage increase based on an interim rate already.
No. Right.
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted some clarification about that.
When I figured out where he would have landed, so I kind of looked at it as, let's say you were never the interim, what would your form of salary have been for fiscal year 25? Because we still tracked the hours, right? And so this is what he did for hours and overtime would look like.
And also the 13.75% also includes the July 26th bump up.
No.
I thought you said that. It
So-
also included the July step.
No, he will get a step in July.
But what you're suggesting, so the 128,314 does not include the step in July?
No, so he'll get
Okay, so that
additional
note is
step.
wrong. Okay,
So this 13, whatever it is,
addition.
is
Thank
from
you.
today's foreman dollars to step 7 of grade 13. Now keep in mind, the foreman is, I think, step grade 8. So there's a number of steps to begin with, right?
Yeah.
And then, so whatever that dollar amount is, and then come July 1, the position, he'll get bumped up to step 8.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Any further questions, Eric?
Nope, I just wanted to understand that better. Thank you, Tina.
Okay, then can I move a motion?
Oh, yes.
It's just you and
Just you, sorry. Well, it's good baby, so. Okay, all right, so whenever you're ready.
All right. Sorry, this is the first time doing this, so I'll probably muck it up.
Yeah,
I move that the Kingston Wage and Personnel Board advance for, is it favorable? Favorable action?
yes.
Favorable action for, I can't name the candidate, can I? For
Not necessary.
the candidate for Superintendent of Streets, Trees, and Parks at a step 7.
grade 13.
Grade 13.
I second the motion. I second. All in favor, Derek?
Aye. Yes.
Oh, I'm used to hearing yes.
Sorry, I'm going all British on you.
I'm very good at this.
I know, right?
I approve yes, and motion approved. Voted. And the position at Streets, Fees and Parks Superintendent is approved. Thank you. Okay, now we have to go and get Jim. You know how to whistle? I can't.
I'm going to the official title, superintendent of streets. That's in the bylaw. No, that isn't how it's in the bylaw. Superintendent of streets.
Oh, of streets, yeah, because it's flipped.
It used to be, the comp study changed it to superintendent of streets. It used to be street, trees, and parks.
Yeah, I just think it's.
I always called it Director of Public Works. So.
Well, they tried to do
You
that.
know how I voted on that.
Did not go. I
I
mean,
think I might have called them that after.
maybe.
That's, well, that's what I'm so used to.
Oh, the superintendent of streets, trees, and parks.
Yeah.
That's what it used to be.
No, I think I called them the.
Oh.
Because in your mind and in your world, in the world that I was, we had DPW. I had the streets, trees, and parks. Because when I hit Kingston, I went, what's the?
What is it?
I just hangs around and looks like this.
What's the tree?
It made no sense. I know.
And we're back.
You're back.
And Jen, your husband and I just had a wonderful chat.
Oh, you like this?
Down.
Is he working?
He was, I interrupted him. He liked the interruption.
All right.
All right.
He's working on his.
All right, so
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Okay, so
Everything's all squared away and it has been approved.
that's great. I would have read it in the minutes.
Yeah, I'm telling
Okay,
you.
so I'll take the meeting back. Thank you, Lorraine.
Very well.
Okay,
Thank you.
next is update from Tina Betty, the Human Resources Director.
So on the wage and personnel front, there's not that much. I really just have the building commissioner position that we're still looking for. That's my only position right now that we're hunting for. That's really it.
Has anybody sent out additional beyond the one person that we're aware of?
I mean, we have a handful of
Okay.
applicants, so we have, so I think it's just a matter of having that and, like they have to re-advertise it again.
Is any not that just a little outside the box type of question. Home show coming up. Anything that we would do recruitment wise? Have we gone to an outside recruiter?
No.
Okay, are we thinking about it? No.
No, I still have a lot of connections in that field.
Okay.
And I talked to some of the folks that, get around and go to the educational conferences that they do. And so I have a feelers out there right now, trying to see what's going on.
You were a building commissioner, yeah.
I was a building commissioner for 15 years.
So you can't.
And actually, I'm still licensed.
So why can't we just?
Well, I did that in Abington for a short period, and then the ethics commission called. Something about 2 positions.
But
Apparently you're not supposed to do
yeah, I didn't know. Okay.
Don't like that.
that. And quite honestly, I don't know that I have the time.
I figured that, but
But in the interim, we will, we'll get there.
Okay.
And I certainly will have, the ability to help someone along if they're not a seasoned.
Sure.
Because you can't always have a season person.
No, I mean, you'll love this. There's a lot of towns that are out there looking and it's,
The problem is available funds versus available experience. Really is, okay. Okay.
So that's continuing, basically. Okay. Just anything, Derek, on your side?
No, I'm wondering if no. I was gonna say
Okay.
I can kind of bring up my vacation idea, but that was it. So
Okay. I think it is coming up. So,
okay.
all right. There's this bylaw amendment list that we've been discussing and action items. Scott, we've been just trying to hit them off in each meeting, take care of them, because eventually what happens is they become parts of the bylaw that we have to put together for town meeting. It's February now. They're gonna want our reports no later.
You should be able to tell us.
Yeah, but I'm guessing based on the May 2nd point, is it May 2nd, the town meeting?
Yes.
Yeah, based on that, it's gonna be, beginning April into March.
when we close the warrant, is that looking?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be the end of March.
Yeah, we're gonna get into March. So and so in terms of us, it leaves us basically one more meeting after town to finalize and give everything. So that's where, we said this back in October, that we were gonna be here.
We knew.
Yeah. So,
Okay. So. I'm sorry for the noise.
no, sorry. So, the performance review process, where are we with that? Anybody?
Which number is that?
A, 1A. Discuss possible bylaw amendment.
Oh, you're on the agenda.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on the list.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I'm on the list too. I'm like,
I'm doing the agenda. So
Okay, so we're doing the agenda.
Still a work in progress,
still work in progress. Will we be able to finish by next meeting?
maybe.
How good of a solid maybe is that?
Well, to be honest with you,
What's the problem? What can we help you
give me more hours in the day, more help.
with?
But I also, so again, so this came up because the past town administrator was doing performance evaluations on department heads. And that's not in the bylaw. And, it also came that some department heads have wage and personnel positions that report to them, as well as KTU positions. KTU, it has in their contract how performance evaluations happen. So some of the disconnect was, hourly employees are getting performance evaluation, but there's nothing on the salaried exempt wage and personnel. So between those two factors, we should probably have something in place. Provided that's gonna still happen.
Well, can we get a copy of what KTU uses?
It would apply
It's
to
not
it.
gonna apply.
No, so what we've used in the past, is roughly the same, template that was used for the TA's evaluation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and again, I mean, honestly, it's a build the bike as we ride it type of thing. I don't care all I'm trying to do is get something in place.
So, I mean, I think we could put something in there that's
Right.
very generic that could say, town administrator is to annually, annually review the performance
Conduct reviews.
of the department heads and any wage and personnel position that reports to them. And maybe we even just say, based on the town administrators, desired format, I don't know. Because again, it was, KTU has here's the format,
Right.
this is what's in the contract, I think.
The goal-
Exempt employees, so.
The goal is to establish a performance review process.
Right.
I would suggest that we borrow quite a bit of what you just said.
Yeah.
Regarding the town administrator conducting the reviews.
Yep.
Based on guidelines currently in the town and the town administrator's discretion. Start there.
Right, I think it's just like a capture, right? I don't.
That's what I just, yeah, just what I basically.
You got that, right?
Well, it's up there, so I still got it. But do you agree, Derek? Derek, do you agree?
Yes, I do. I think that I think that very high level like that should be sufficient at the very least. It could be a placeholder until we go forward.
Okay. Are you comfortable with that, Scott? Okay. You?
Yes.
Okay.
You're done.
Well, again, the goal is to try to wipe some of these off, and I'm not just doing
I
all
will
the
say
same.
this, I will say this.
I can see that being a big one to do.
Well,
Yeah.
this is the thing, right? So, and this is a little. This will be good for you to know. So I tend to make everything here when really just needs to be here sometimes. And so that was kind of the like, oh, I should get a form. I need to get this. I need to get that. And I think if we just capture and put something in there for right now, that's good enough for right now.
And then once you go through the process, you'll find
You
out,
work on it, right?
right, what you don't like, what you think you need to codify to help do it better.
Right.
And then feedback from the people that are getting the reviews.
Yep.
Is this what you expected? Or I mean, the goal is not to review people to see if they're doing the job. The goal is to say, hey, are we still a good fit? Are you still a good fit? And what can we do to help that all
Right.
work out? That's basically what we're the short version of it. It's
I
not
mean, in other environments, usually the performance review is what dictates the salary, right? So that's not what happens here, but I do think it's important for employees and their supervisors to sit and go over like, this is the goals and what the department's trying to aim for. And just, get that on paper and get it so everyone's kind of pointing in the same direction.
okay.
May
And
not
also
be.
from a succession planning standpoint, it's a chance to say, where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
Right.
And
Right.
if
Agreed.
the answer is in your job, then great. Let's find opportunities to get you there.
Agreed. So,
I can get it off the recording.
and you'll sum something up and we'll get
I
it.
think
Okay.
the only other piece to add to it is the timing of it.
Yeah.
So, it should happen like, April 9th.
Why not you get it off the recording
The evaluation.
and then you can send it to Tina
Yeah.
before our next meeting and then give her time to work on it.
We're getting ready for town meeting.
Right.
Yeah, right, but
Budgets and that's awful.
when do you think it should happen? Summertime?
Yeah, I mean, over the summer.
Yeah, I mean.
Slide it for fall.
Yeah, it could be done before fall, but I mean, there's nothing tied to it.
That's true, yeah.
Right, it's not, the salaries are gonna
Right.
roll up,
Happen
the
over
person's
time.
gonna get another year and move up, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But,
It's really, it's a great tool,
right,
but it's not designed to be anything that.
It doesn't prioritize other things that need to be prioritized. It's not a priority, so to speak.
No,
Right now.
I think, but like, getting it done and having it in place is a great idea. To say that we're gonna do it every year at
April,
April.
yeah.
May not be. Yeah, but to do it after town meeting, after everybody gets a little breather and once they kind of know that starting to line up their projects that they just got approved at town meeting, and that's a great time to do it. And that's a good time to say, are your goals and objectives aligned with our goals and objectives? Are we all, doing what we can to support you? And by the way, these are some things that we're expecting.
and also based on what could happen, as a result of town meeting, there may need to be rebalancing.
We have to be adjusted.
Yeah, you may have to rebalance one department to another department and use some positions to be able to do it.
Do we have to put a timeline in there? Like,
Maybe
with-
annually, but it should be consistently annual because,
It may not, I mean, that may not work too. We may try that and say, well, I wish we did this in the fall.
And plus, yeah.
Yeah, I think we should try to just do it this after town meeting, see what happens, get your feedback, and
See how-
come back and fix it if it needs to be fixed. But I think we should turn around based on what you said, Tina, do something.
Mhm.
And I think that's what I'd like to, steer us towards is get that done.
So maybe work on summer, work in the process in summer. Now, have you had experienced other department head appraisal systems?
Yeah, I've done them before.
And do we want to,
I've never found one that wasn't awful. I have done them.
They're all painful.
Have they?
do we want to,
No,
sorry.
no, I was just, I don't know if there's a format that we can start with.
Yeah, I definitely have.
Yeah,
Well, that's
we,
what-
once we use.
We can work together to come up with
I
something.
think summer's good.
It's not, it's really not that heavy of a lift, I think, once we
And
decide what we want for operating. You know,
I know
So,
generally we have a quiet summer here in our group, unless there's something really silly, like no conversations. Okay, thank you, Scott.
so is this first go around going to be just town administrator, digital department heads, and not anything beyond that?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, let's at least start there.
Lock before we run.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, really,
Um,
excellent, thank you.
Tina sent an email December the 16th, if I'm not mistaken, about the positions that need to be sworn in and which positions have appointed terms. I looked at that email, Tina, and I didn't see our positions in there. So I was just curious.
Because they're not, these are employment
This
positions.
is just employment positions.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that covers all the employment positions. Okay. You got that?
There are some wage and personnel positions in there.
I think he meant these positions.
Volunteer
yeah.
positions.
We're
That's
volunteers.
volunteer.
They get appointed by
Yeah.
Right.
moderator, blah, blah, blah.
And I have.
Right.
You're not in our place.
No. Well, we are, but not there.
We're not employees.
Right. Okay.
You're not in the list of positions.
All right. So. Okay. And you have that, weigher of coal, measure of leather.
You know, I checked off some of the ones that I thought made sense, but then the ones that weren't,
I assume you'll try to clean up this list.
I came up with 4 of them. Town accountant,
Yep,
dealer of weights and measures,
yep.
assistant treasurer, superintendent of streets.
Then we could.
well,
And
Well,
then
not a something?
you gotta be a town accountant.
well, it says assistant assessor. What is our assessor, the administrative assessor?
No, our assessor is a principal assessor. So we have the board of assessors. They don't get.
Yeah.
board.
Assistant assessor, board of health, town officers.
No.
Oh, wait,
So-
yeah, okay.
The assessor is listed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably.
So it'd be the principal offense.
The only question I had was when it comes to temporary treasurer interim, temporary department head, they would still need to be sworn in.
Right, those just don't matter. They're just not in the bylaw. Right.
So I don't think we need to impound the beast settlement just into.
Building commissioner, you said should be out, right?
Yeah, measure of lumber.
Yeah, inspector of line, that was a favorite.
Inspector of what?
Line,
Line.
Line?
Yeah,
line,
line.
line.
Somebody had to do an inspect that.
Now, what about the treasurer and collector? But it says town officers that may be elected include.
Right,
So very soon, we're gonna have an appointed treasurer collector.
right.
So should they be on there?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think if they're elected, they're on there.
but I think if they're appointed, they should be on there as well. Appointed officers of the town. It's GL 41-107, right above where it says town clerk.
Yeah.
Town clerk, town moderator, are elected or
Okay.
appointed, members of board and commissions, elected or appointed officers of the town.
All right, so treasurer, collector,
Yep.
that we just have one position.
Mhm.
so what's your intention, with this list?
Well, to carve out just a list of the people that we believe should be sworn in that are wage and personnel positions.
Okay, so do you, intend to put this into the bylaw? The positions that we, consider valid enough, or not valid, but important enough for.
I would include them in the bylaw, and I would also put down, plus any other positions deemed by town administration to be, needed to be sworn in. Just add that last little catch-all, So,
Do you want to do it on Schedule A, that they get noted somehow that they're sworn in, or you want just a paragraph?
I would just put a paragraph before Schedule A,
Yeah.
or just
No,
make,
I don't think it should block, if you're not gonna. No, I don't know about scheduling.
okay, well, it could be in the
If you
general.
wanna put a paragraph, where would you wanna put it? Or do you want
Miscellaneous or positions in section.
to look and see if I can
I
find
think it could
it?
be, I think it could be tied into the appointed, like how a wage and personnel position gets hired,
Yeah,
All right,
you know?
in that section.
Yeah.
and I don't think we really need to have everybody, like the mayor's officials.
No, it's whatever's in wage and personnel.
Wage and personnel only,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
All right, so you want a paragraph?
I want a paragraph if possible, then you
Yeah.
guys chime in here if you don't agree. Paragraph that will be somewhere in the beginning is as far as, the hiring of
Yeah, I think
employees,
in the,
as Tina said. Yeah,
okay.
okay.
And what do you want the paragraph to say?
The certain positions in the town must be sworn in,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and they include,
Okay,
and then list them.
okay,
And then end it with a catch-all that says,
Yeah.
plus any other position deemed by town administration as being part of this bylaw,
okay, that sounds great.
okay?
You
We'll
could
get
also,
out the recording.
yeah, you could also make a note that it says, you know, under MGL chapter
Yeah.
41.
Yeah.
40, you don't need to go into all the sections and stuff into the ones that aren't current, but just as something as a reference to say, okay, they can go to MGL 40 and find that information out.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough.
Isn't it 41?
It's 40 and
It's,
41.
it's multiple, 40, there's 41. I think it's,
So what would you want to put them?
GL, must be sworn in positions, positions must be sworn in
Mhm.
as per Mass General Law, sections 41, 40.
Okay,
chapter 40 and 41,
Chapter, I'm sorry, 40, 41,
sorry.
107.
You're writing, she's listing it as GL, but it's really MGL.
Yeah.
MGL chapter 40.
right, but I don't see 40 that pertains to any of our positions. Remember, I'm only including certain.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Could
it's
we
all-
just put Mass General Law and not the chapter?
No,
Okay.
there's no point. But
Okay.
I can say the statute says you have to have sworn.
40,
So-
40, 40 I would leave in because we've talked multiple times about, the accountant and the auditor are in 41 and 40,
Sorry.
okay? Temporary town treasurer collector, we have that position
Mhm.
happening now. I would just to cover ourselves, put 41 and 40, okay?
Okay. The other, I do have a question. What is a town clerk pro tempore? I know it's not, it's good, you know, all right, well, I'm looking at.
Where are you?
Assistant, no, I'm sorry, back.
Where is it on the list?
Town clerk pro temp, chapter 41, section 15, about 2/3 down. Right above the red supervisors of elections.
Oh, yeah, town clerk pro tempore. No,
If at a town meeting the office of town clerk is vacant, or if the town clerk is absent, the meeting shall elect by ballot a temporary clerk.
Thank you.
Google is great.
It's actually Bing, but yes.
So if you have the town clerk and the assistant town clerk and they both have the flu and it's town meeting, then somebody comes in with pro temp.
I know.
Okay,
Okay,
I know when our town clerk, like even for certain votes, can't sit up there,
correct.
the assistant town clerk. goes up there.
Yeah, I've seen that happen here.
Mhm.
Well, thank you very
you got
much.
that covered.
Yep, I'll take it off the recording.
Okay, next item, review draft of section 5 with in-depth background checks for department heads, candidates added.
Okay. I do have a recommendation. And I have a
Yeah.
tendency to lean toward council, a lot, because that's what they're paid for.
That's provided it to us.
Yes, she refers to background investigations, not background checks, so I would like to make that change to all references go to background investigations, not checks.
Well, so these are just for the department heads, investigations for department heads, background checks. Quarries are for other positions.
Yeah, there are other, this is specifically for those, the higher job positions, but I think investigations is.
Yeah, because that's what it is. If you need
What
to.
it is, it's a good job.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't have the bylaw in front of me. Do we, for background checks, isn't Massachusetts one of several states where if we run a background check, we have to provide the applicant the option of reviewing what the background check found?
If it's a reason that we won't hire them for it.
Okay. Does that need to be included at all, or?
Well, she also, Kate also included forms to have an applicant sign, knowing, so that they're aware of.
So that they're aware of it. Okay, that's.
So they're not gonna get caught. They're gonna have, they will sign off on the attached forms saying they want the financial and this and that and the others. So they are aware of what is being looked at.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions on that?
Not on background
All
investigation.
right. Add documented sick donation process.
Working on that.
All right, to be continued, TBC.
I'm just saying, not great.
Okay,
Oh,
TBC.
that's good.
Okay, change in the definition of exempt employees in section 2 definitions.
Which letter are you on?
I'm sorry, hold on.
was gonna say, you
Yeah,
sent
I'm doing the agenda.
It's
Oh, E,
E.
E on the
And
agenda.
that's over here. That is 8 over here.
Yeah. Derek's change in definition of exempt employees in section 2. Definition, please see his comment page, see his comment on page 2 of his document. Tina has provided new definitions for exempt and non-exempt employees.
Yeah. So I am working on that. I just, given what we're talking about in terms of those grids and everything, I just want to make sure that they're clear.
Okay, well, okay,
Not great.
so to be seen and finished. Okay, thank you.
Did you skip, add documented sick donation?
No, that's to be continued.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sick donation, all right.
That's to be continued.
Okay, very good.
Okay, so as I said, I got 3 check marks and I got a couple of TBCs.
TBCs.
Okay, but that's the idea, is we're gonna knock these off and then at the end, Tina, if there's anything we can help you with, please, all right, ask us and, and again, it may not happen. At the end of if we don't get to it,
It's always next year.
this is fall time meeting,
Yeah.
okay?
I mean, a lot of these things are cleanup. Because
Right, we're cleaning up,
doing it
we're
now,
trying to do
right?
the best we can. Absolutely. All right, review, this is F on the agenda, review draft Schedule A, Schedule D, and new hourly rate schedules, Schedule E, the non-exempt wage and personnel employees, and or change section 7 compensation hours of work. That is,
How did you like Schedule A?
I thought Schedule A was,
It was clear.
it was very clear.
We were changing the group though. I thought we weren't going to use the group anymore.
That was the only question I had, because we talked about that in that.
Then you would
in the
need to
way back,
change section 7.
Right.
You would need to change
Right.
section.
Going into the way back, they had these groups, but
Right.
they don't have all of them anymore, and they changed
We
it.
talked about changing them, but
Yeah.
then we never decided.
So you could eliminate the group.
Then you would need to change section 7.
Correct.
You couldn't just eliminate it.
No, you have to delete 7. And then the column here. Is there a point? Is there a valid point? Is it important to have that group? Because that's changed since the laws. I know I have it in here somewhere. Because then they went from it went beyond administrative and clerical, and then into blue collar and computery and computer.
Yeah, but the groups are based on that stuff.
Well, that was the federal list.
Because there's nothing under, well, any sort of LSA, and there's nothing under like recreational,
Yeah,
you know what I mean, or library specifically. So,
is there a valid reason to have that column there?
I think you would need to ask Kate about whether you could delete section 7I, hours of work. I think you would need to ask someone if that could be deleted in its entirety.
there's some of those ones that are dubbed as administrative. And then the hours of work, those aren't necessarily, they don't necessarily correlate, right?
Right, because it has supervisory 35 hours.
But that's
You know,
always the
isn't
case, right?
Yeah, and the groups are identified in the job descriptions and notices of vacancy as well.
I thought we were gonna add a column that noted the exempt, non-exempt positions
No, because you said they were already marked by the E.
on the, over here,
schedule.
yeah.
Here's the line.
Yeah.
We still have a puzzle.
I guess you'd have to ask Kate if we'd have something in about a normal work week for a full-time employee. I don't know if you
I just
do
think
that.
it's hard because, you know, it depends on what building you're in, it depends on,
Mhm.
you know,
It
like,
also depends that you have different, over so many hours and how certain benefits kick in.
Yeah,
right.
So, this is a rock in the pond that where ripple touches a lot of things. So you gotta kind of, we're not gonna solve that one tonight.
all right, so we're just
All right.
saying, nope.
We're gonna, it's a fun fact.
You could put it on the list for the next time.
Oh, yeah, no, it's a TBC, definitely. But
Well, do you want to look at schedule? Do you want to look at any of the schedules that I did?
The last one, you did a great job.
yeah, no, I looked at A, I thought A was fine and
Okay.
I don't have any issue with it,
Okay.
but the whole,
No, I understand.
what do we, this one issue about hours is the one that I'm a little concerned about, is how we put it into this bylaw. And the other option is don't do anything. Let them sit based on the positions they're in. What's full-time exempt is full-time exempt, what's part-time is part-time. We have in the schedule, it says at the bottom that if somebody works less than full-time, the salary can be prorated to an
Mhm.
hourly wage.
Mhm.
So it covers a lot of those problems. So, I think that
I'm looking at Schedule E, so you don't. Well, what about the title for Schedule E?
non-exempt hourly rates, Schedule D.
Did you still want before Schedule D at the end?
No,
Non-exempt hourly rate, period, right?
Non-exempt hourly rates, right, Gina?
Exempt annuals and then non-exempt hourly.
All right, so I can make that change.
Right. Okay.
We're gonna run out of time.
I know, all right, but all we're doing is cleaning up the bylaw.
All right, so the format of Schedule A looked fine,
Yeah.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay,
That's all I
my
wanted.
goal is next week, or next month, rather, I'm sorry, we get together,
Mhm.
is,
Well, February.
February. Yeah, this is the January
Yes,
meeting now,
exactly.
so we're gonna have to be, so we actually have 2 meetings.
Yes,
No,
that's right.
two. The goal is to vote on the final changes to, if you're looking at the agenda, to A, B, and C.
Yep.
Okay, finish D, E, and F. Vote those in March,
Hmm,
okay, and then we're down here to G, H, and I.
okay.
Okay, so right now, the D, E, and F are to be continued. Okay? Because I don't want to give you so many things that you have to pull out this recording that,
No, I understand,
So that's
but
why I'm trying
right, but I'd rather get the schedules finished first, because if we have a cost of living increase, then I'm also gonna have to change the narrative.
right. And do we have any idea when that's coming, Scott?
Well, I think
We're in negotiations.
We're talking.
Okay.
Okay, so the longer we wait, the better. You only gotta change it
No,
once.
well, no, I'd rather do the format changes and then do the cost of living.
All right. All right. Yeah, talk to your husband. He was very nice about it.
Yeah, he said
He said that
sometimes.
she will tell you what night. Yeah.
Oh, he said that? No.
All right, well, let's go on to, G, include additional leaves in section 12 of the leave.
Question.
Go ahead.
Of course, I found one. Of course. And. Well, here, let me just.
Family and medical leave.
Family and medical leave, there are there's an inconsistency. These are the things that Kate sent. Okay, and the first thing I noticed on the parental leave policy, section 2. She's referring to 8 weeks. ATEU gives 12 weeks. So 8 weeks will not match, will not be commensurate with what's happening in KTEU.
The KTU has, they call it FMLA. And parental leave in Massachusetts is 8 weeks. But what tends to happen is you take 12 weeks, 12 weeks of protected time. But you can't take 8 weeks.
Well, they don't have to take 12,
Right.
but the policy, then they should tell them, hey, we're gonna give 12, you have an opportunity to take up to 12 weeks. So in what she's saying on her policy here is 8 weeks. That's wrong.
Well, that's parental leave.
Well, that's what we were talking about, not FMLA. We're talking specifically about parental leave policy.
So parental leave.
Parental leave would not be under family medical leave in our wage and bylaw in section E.
They're concurrent, right?
Yeah, because it does say for birth and care of an employee's
Right.
child,
Right.
right there, black and white. That's parental leave.
So the other piece of that is if I don't qualify for FMLA, I may qualify for parental leave.
So now we have a discrepancy at 12. Somebody's gonna come
This
up with
says,
that.
in our bylaw, it's all 12.
It's all 12.
Right.
Under parental leave, it's 12.
Family medical leave
Yes.
is 12.
I understand.
There is no parental leave.
So I think what Derek's point was parental leave isn't in here. And Massachusetts parental leave is 8 weeks. So this is how this can play out. A new employee comes to me and says, I'm gonna go adopt a child. I'm gonna say, well, you don't qualify for FMLA because you've only been here for 4 months. But you qualify for parental leave because you can get 8 weeks of protected time. So it's two different things, but they're done concurrently. So someone can't come in and be like, I want 8 weeks of parental leave and then the 12 weeks.
All right, so that means bereavement, personal leave.
Does parental leave, still have to be qualified with 1,200 hours 1 year continuous?
No,
Does not.
no.
And
That's why it's in place.
so there is
And
no.
like I said, Massachusetts is one of the states that does it, and they put it into place so that, I get hired and, oh my God, I'm pregnant, I had no idea. Or, this is where it really came from. You interviewed me and I was pregnant, and now I have to take time off. You can't fire me because you never told me you were pregnant.
So
Is not.
we would have to, renumber these under other leave, section 12, add a parental leave section.
Right, we don't have that, right?
Okay,
We don't have any 3. We don't, and KTU doesn't have any of the 3 either.
we have family medical right here.
But not parental.
Yeah, we have
leave,
family
small
medical.
necessities or
No,
domestic.
we do not have.
Those are the
Right,
3.
those have to be added.
Okay. Do we,
I thought at the last meeting, you said 2 were law and they didn't need to be.
Well, that's what,
And small necessities.
that what
Katie
you
is
said?
saying.
That's right.
So I
Yeah.
They're
thought
all
you were
wrong technically, but
So were you thinking of adding all of them or just one?
so in absence of a contract or a bylaw that doesn't have what the law requires you to give, the law prevails.
Okay.
If the contract or bylaw gives more, the contract.
can't give less.
You can't give less, you can give more.
Right.
So we never put small necessities in this or in a contract.
Yeah.
Someone can still come to me and be like, where am I for small necessity days?
Yeah.
I don't have to go, it's on the contract, you don't get it. So,
But they are statute in nature.
In Massachusetts.
Small necessities. So there really is no reason to codify it into a bylaw
Right.
that's already in the mass general.
And parental leave is not.
Typically something you'd find in like in the back or exhibits or appendices and stuff. I do typically, I've seen them in a couple of bylaws where.
They add to,
Right.
yeah.
It's not part of the front end of the document, but by the way, the back here is all
Right,
about-
so having it not in the contracts or the bylaws doesn't mean you don't follow it. So we can add it, absolutely, we can do it.
Which is what I'm saying, I think
Right.
it's just standard, but I've seen it back there.
Yeah.
No, that was,
And the question I have is, okay, our job as wage and personnel is to provide employees with benefits and wages commensurate with other employees. So that's why I have a tendency to say, is it an engaging contract? If it's in the contract, then okay, fine. If it's not in the contract, it doesn't mean it doesn't apply, but if you've got statutory support, you know, are you just making things more do this under captivate? The only question to me would be the parental leave. That's the one I'm a little unclear on, because that is different than FMLA. I did not understand it as well as I do now, or better.
Could you just add a section G that says, all employees are entitled to, any other, additional leaves as outlined in state statute?
Did we not have that? Oh, we have that. No.
It's not, I don't see it in this section, but I'm just saying that
Unless it's in miscellaneous.
it could be, I didn't go there yet,
All right.
so,
I'm just
but,
trying to pull up the KTU.
yeah, let me look.
Yeah, no, that's okay.
Because if it's in there, then even if it's in miscellaneous, I'm leaving, I would vote for leaving it alone.
I tend to agree there because I also have a worry that
Here, section L, nothing in any section of this bylaw shall be construed to conflict with any section or any chapter of MGL or with any federal statute or regulation.
There you go.
I'm done.
There you go.
That gives you the out for 8 weeks to 12 weeks, or a new employee or.
Yeah, and it gives the smaller stuff, it's
Right, that's the catch-all. I was looking.
And that's what Kate was saying.
Okay.
Like, it's not listed, right? Because Derek originally was like, there's all these different things.
Yep.
And which is absolutely true. And what Kate was saying is, even though it's not listed, doesn't mean you won't give it, like, you have to give it if it's
Just
possible.
because it's not there doesn't mean the law does not.
Derek, are you okay with that? What I just, section I?
yes, I am because I also, hearing this conversation makes me think, oh my God, this is a lot to keep on top of.
Yeah. It's a rabbit hole that opens up more problems, so.
Right, and it's not exactly a regulation that's prescriptive in the sense that says the town must do X. It's not a requirement that we need to kind of have as some sort of ongoing tickler or notification about. So I'm fine with that.
Okay, so I think as it relates to G, additionally, we do nothing and we keep our bylaw as it says.
Yeah,
Do you agree?
yes.
Derek agreed?
Agreed.
Okay, Jennifer?
I'm happy.
Okay. And you guys are good too.
Not acted on now.
So that's
What number is that?
D on the agenda.
Right, what number is it on this?
Oh, on the list,
Blah, 10,
They just moved.
part of 10.
part of 10, yeah.
Yeah, part of 10. The one part of 10 it was just updating the hours for FMLA.
Yeah, there was the
Needs to happen,
1250, the
yeah.
1200, 1250.
Right, we're 1,200 in the bylaws, and we just have to make it 1,250.
And what about adding in the military?
I think military leave is here.
No, Tina was
Yeah, the
saying
military leave's not in there. Again, it's something we have to
just
do.
for the FLE.
Oh, the 12, which leaves. What'd you say about military?
It can be in there. Again, just because it's not in there doesn't mean we don't.
But isn't it covered by federal law?
Yeah.
So why don't we just leave it alone? This year, you can come back
I'm fine with that.
later. I mean, this list is a big list to digest and chew, and I'd like to eliminate as much.
Did we not provide the military leave
I do
thing?
not put the ball saying.
That's all right. That's all right.
I don't recall seeing it either. But again, I think we're covered by I.
You mean with the leave stuff she's
Yeah.
done?
Yeah, she only did parental leave, small necessities and domestic violence.
Oh, she didn't even touch FMLA because the military leave's under FMLA. So, okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Wait,
go ahead.
well, can you at least take a vote on changing the hours?
Yeah, we could do that if you want.
Well, then we could really knock it off.
Okay, so, I'll take a motion to, update the bylaw for, the, family medical leave portion, and updating hours where it says eligible employees, one continuous year of employment of at least 1,200 hours should read 1 year of continuous employment of at least 1,250 hours. And any mention thereof of that 1,200 and 1,250 hours in the bylaw. I'll take a motion.
So moved.
I'll take a second.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Not hearing any, I'll call the roll. Lorraine?
Did you just say against?
No, he said it, he said
Second.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I like to put stuff forward and then go against it. I'm contrarian like that.
I'm so sorry.
You're a yes?
Yes. Derek?
Yes.
Jim, yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
All right, so it's finally done.
Okay, not a problem.
Voted to, that's funny.
Okay. H, change in section 12, other leave family medical, that's what we just did.
You just did that.
So that's checked off. Change in section 14, grievance procedures.
Ah,
I just run that by council. I have to review their email.
See,
Sorry.
the thing is, Kate provided us with the grief.
Right,
the
that's
grievance.
why.
That's, and I'm at the last meeting saying, I defer to council,
Mhm.
labor council for language and content, because that is her job.
Mhm.
But there's no one that says you can't disagree. No, that's okay. But, what specifically do you recall having an issue with that, Derek?
Trying to remember.
I know your brain is probably fried at this point.
It's in the minute.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the concern here was that if I can recall, and I think we actually talked about this with, oh my
We
God.
talked about this at the last meeting.
Yeah.
Right, with the member of the Board of Selectmen whose face I can see,
Kim.
but Kim,
Kim.
yes. And it was more just that, and this kind of goes back to the discussion for earlier in there about sort of parental leave. The fact that I didn't want to, I thought that it should include the fact that there still were grievance procedures beyond what was available to them.
Oh,
And
That's what we
right.
talked
That
about.
they
Yeah.
couldn't go to CAD and stuff. Yeah.
after discussion with Kim, it seems like that's very much in line with kind of what the Board of Selectmen was thinking, and that just because that language is not in there does not preclude someone from that. So I
Correct.
think
I
going,
remember that now.
I think
Now,
going with what we have that's in there now is fine. So I'm
fine.
happy to have this removed and one less thing if others
So
are.
nothing. Not doing it.
All right, so right now it's done. We're gonna leave the grievance procedures as they stand.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay,
Thank you.
next on is any other discussion for the good of the group? Derek?
Positions to be.
How about deleting those KPEU positions? It's on my list,
Yeah.
and that would be an
the
easy
veterans one.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
because that way I can make those changes. Just once you vote them, I can make the changes.
There we go. We needed to vote on the.
So you need to
administrative
vote number
assistant.
1 and number 13.
Okay,
And
As
number
long
two.
as 2's already been done.
Oh, it has. Okay.
yep,
As long
Yeah,
as
it was
Tina,
both.
as long as Tina agrees on 1 and 13.
okay, so on number one, the proposal is to delete the position of administrative assistant veterans. Do you have a problem with that? Okay, Derek?
No problem at all.
Me?
None at all.
I'll take a motion then to delete the position of administrative assistant veterans in the bylaws of the town of Kingston
From Schedule A.
from Schedule A.
July, so moved.
Second,
You have a second.
thank you. I'm gonna call any discussion. I'll call the roll. Lorraine,
Yes.
Derek,
Yes.
Jim, yes. Okay, next, delete the following KTU positions from Schedule A. Assistant to the fire chief, assistant to the town accountant, finance director, and payroll coordinator. These moved to KTU, or moved to the unions?
So the assistant to the town accountant and the payroll coordinator are in KTU.
Yeah,
We thought the last negotiations, they were gonna come out, they did not, they
Okay.
will not.
okay,
And then the assistant to the fire chief originally was put into wage and personnel, but ultimately it was decided it really belongs in KTU.
okay. All right, any concern, Derek?
None.
Lorraine?
No.
Okay, I'll take a motion then to delete the following KTU positions from Schedule A. Assistant to the fire chief, assistant to the town accountant, finance director, and payroll coordinator.
So moved.
I'll have a second, please.
You have it.
Thank you. Any more discussion? I'll call the roll. Lorraine?
Yes.
Derek?
Yes.
Jim, yes. Okay. All right, you got your votes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Next item,
So I'll revise schedule A.
correct.
I'm just gonna get rid of those positions.
Yep,
Yay.
all right. Next item, email from Tina, Human Resources Director, dated January 27th regarding license stipend payment for the position of Superintendent of Streets. Again, I would recuse myself from this as it relates to the Superintendent of Streets for the previous reason that I stated. Lorraine, I'm gonna turn that over to you to handle this.
Yeah, great, because I can't find my pay stuff.
Okay, well, I read I can pull it up if you want to see it, and I can leave you my iPad.
Oh, I would appreciate that.
Yep, no, just give me 1 second. Because I have
Because
it right
I
here.
had it and I don't know why I don't have it. That might have been a good time. All that. And. Because I remember,
It looks like this to me.
Yeah.
yeah,
Trying to
at
find
the
it.
home.
Do you want to make you a copy?
No, I can look at it for 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't
You
you
need
give
to
it?
give it back.
Not going anywhere. It's matter of fact, I think
Oh, here it
I looked at it.
It's in this one if you want.
Oh, you know what? I was trying to print it out today and that was one of the things I had a problem with. But then it is that, look at it, it's about, okay.
Here it is.
Yeah, because there was the 3 asterisks, and that's street trees parked, yep.
Okay, I'll let you guys.
I had no, all right, thanks. Oh, thank you.
And it's here if you need it.
Oh, everywhere, everywhere. Good Lord. Come on, Jim.
Here, do you want, work from my paper?
There we go.
I gave it mine.
Okay.
All right. So I'm saying just license step and thing. Yeah, we were
So
talking
this
about.
is cleaning this up, right? So when we, last year, whenever we did it, it was discovered that the, water and wastewater superintendents were still getting stipends for the licenses they are required to hold, and they get it based on the dollar amount that KTU has negotiated.
Mhm.
So this is cleaning this up because now it's the same thing for the street trees and parks. It's just matching the actions to something in the law. Correct.
Okay. So it was just formalizing
Yeah.
and.
It is happening, it's just.
Yeah, just formalizing and making people aware. Very much.
Something to be able to go back to for the auditors.
Formalizing and. Okay. Do you have any questions, Derek?
No, I do not.
No, it seems as if it's strictly housekeeping.
Yeah.
Strictly housekeeping. Okay, I would take a motion to add,
How about add the footnote
yeah, I was gonna say 3 asterisk footnote.
to the
For
position?
fiscal 27 for the position of wastewater superintendent, water superintendent, and streets
Well,
superintendent.
street, wastewater and water already have it, so it would just be for the superintendent of the street.
Okay,
Is that all right?
yes,
In Schedule A?
in schedule, I apologize.
No, that's all right. That's great.
So
I'll
yeah,
remember.
basically it's just, okay, yeah. It was already there, so the 3 is for street superintendent of streets. All right, so I move to,
So I'm sorry, which employees need to have this added to them? I'm just looking at it.
Just the position of superintendent of streets.
Streets.
I inadvertently included water and wastewater. They're already there. But it was my error. So, I would entertain a motion to add the 3 asterisks to the streets superintendent or superintendent of streets relative to professional licensing and
So-
stipend.
So moved.
Okay, and I say yay. Derek? you have a vote?
Yes.
Lorraine?
Yes,
Yes.
And I'll put the wording for the asterisk. in the motion.
Yeah. That really got me wrong.
No, that's all right. I'll just put it in. I'll put the 3 asterisks and then I'll put Bettina with the footnotes in.
Yeah. See what happens when you get me all screwed up in my.
I know, well, you didn't have your paper copy. I didn't have it. You should have given me mine.
And that's when I ran out and I
I
totally.
know. Now, that's not a big deal.
No, but it is for me because now I got all messed up.
No, you didn't get all messed up and it's easily fixable. I know what you wanted to do.
You know what I was trying to do.
Yeah, so don't worry about it.
Okay. So Jim can come back now. Did you find Jim?
Okay, more chocolate.
You should have come back. You should have stayed because I.
No, you did fine. Don't
You did good.
worry. Don't
Not a problem.
worry.
Just wanted to,
Don't
all right.
worry.
That
Next,
is good.
the minutes from
No,
December.
wait.
Oh, no, yes, ma'am.
It's a mail.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was it?
Schedule A, another position deletion.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Well, he's mailed up.
You sent it to me, I think just last Thursday, the 29th.
Oh, the,
Public Works Director can be
Yes.
taken off.
Yes, I saw that.
Schedule A.
Okay.
I have no questions.
Derek, anything on your side?
so your long
Nope.
set.
I would.
I'm such a loser.
Again, I'm gonna just recuse myself from it
Okay.
because it's a public work. Director, he would, quite frankly, that would be a position that I would end up dealing with. So,
Okay.
I just think it's the right thing to do. So I'm gonna sit here for that one. You guys.
Okay.
Lorraine,
I'm gonna pretend you didn't come back.
So Jim is recusing at 7:33.
Well, I had him come back and say, I'm just gonna leave him on.
Yeah, just. Okay.
We're gonna pretend. you didn't-
MIA.
It's MIA. I vote to delete the position in Schedule A of Public Works Director.
Second.
Oh, okay. All in favor, Derek?
Yes.
Yes. Lorraine, yes. Okay, so moved.
All right, thank you very much.
So I'm back.
So I can make a lot of changes to Schedule A. When it's all the changes.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Just
Can I go to the next thing?
Yeah, I just want.
No, it's fine. I just want to make sure I didn't miss it. I'm trying to be a wise guy. I just wanted to make sure- That's all.
We're gonna run out of time. I just know it.
I try to do my best. I really do.
We will have to have.
Hello, Steve.
Yeah.
That's typically what happens this time of
Yeah.
year.
It's happened in the past before.
Yeah.
No, I'll send you a new version of Schedule A.
I just don't like having to drag you up from the cave.
No, it's not. I'd rather make changes as we go along.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
totally.
Okay.
next item is the draft of the minutes from
Yeah.
December the 15th.
Yeah.
Any questions, discussions?
No, they were fine.
Okay, Derek?
No, I didn't have any discussions upon review or any items upon review.
Okay, I'll look for a motion then to approve the minutes of December the 12th, 2025.
So moved.
Can I have a second, please? I heard the second. I'll call the roll if there's no discussion. Lorraine?
Yes.
Derek?
Yes.
Jim, yes. Okay. Let's discuss the agenda for the meeting for February the 16th. It says holiday. Is it a holiday? Is it
Yeah.
No, I know, it's Lincoln's birthday or something.
What is that,
Nothing.
President's Day?
President's Day, yeah.
President's Day.
How about the Monday afterwards?
Like, third.
Yeah, I don't, the Monday nights seem to be good at the town, so I don't think.
Yeah, I'm good.
Ooh,
Who said who?
that was me.
You're not
Yeah.
good?
Oh, that's all right, you can change it.
You could do it by Zoom.
We can do, if I can do it by Zoom, I'm here.
No, no,
No, no,
just
no.
say, I can do it by Zoom.
I can do it by Zoom.
Done,
You
okay.
sure?
Yeah.
The 23rd.
Yes, yes.
Derek?
That'll work for me.
Okay, works for me, there you go. All right,
That wage and personnel at 6 o'clock,
yeah,
and we can cancel February 9th.
Yeah,
correct.
we'll cancel Thursday.
Thursday.
It's the fifth that we have the full.
Yeah, remember I posted to you.
Yeah, she posted two in case we had the snowstorm.
Right, and but you're only agenda, yeah, okay. I wrote it down, but I didn't do the 5th. Because that was one of mine, 3, 4, 5, I was.
We're gonna do the 9th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so which items do you want on the agenda for February 20th?
so if you go back to the agenda from tonight,
I have it, okay, this,
all right, D, E, F.
you want DEI?
Mm-hmm,
To be continued, right.
Okay,
everything else is done.
And cost of living is not,
I'm gonna put C, I'll have you review, I'll pick, section 5. I'll
Okay,
just change the title and you can just
that's fine.
look at that.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay,
And that's
a new rating, right?
go ahead.
B, I need to do the paragraph with B, right?
As far as the sworn in positions?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so could we put that on?
yeah, that can go on there as well. Yeah, because we're looking for votes too.
Well, if you look at the wording and then
Mhm,
you want to make changes, we still have another meeting where you
Yeah.
could vote on it.
Yeah,
And if we do, if it is prepared to vote and we do have to make a change, you can always vote subject to.
mhm,
Yeah, or I
Make
can
just
just do,
addition.
or I could just do another draft, right?
yep. You good?
Well, then I should do a draft of section 12E too.
12E, section E,
I'm just changing the 1200 to 1250.
correct. So we voted that.
But I'd like for you to see them.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, please go ahead and do it. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead and do it. Yes,
Been doing that for 25.
I understand.
More than
More.
Oh, my God.
I've gone through a lot of board members.
Yeah, I know you have.
Yes, you
I
have.
know you have.
Which is an HR person.
Are you good?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
good.
All right.
Yeah, these extra items won't, they won't take a long time.
No, they won't. The idea is.
You can read them before the meeting and just say, yes, they're fine.
Right. Mhm,
The schedules are the ones that are intense,
mhm.
labor intensive, yeah. Yes.
Okay, anything else for the good of the group?
No, sir.
Derek, thank you. All right, thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you all.
It is now 7:38. I'll take a motion to end the wage and personnel meeting on February 2nd, 2026.
So moved.
No, that's a
Second.
motion.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
So, yeah, so moved. And Derek, second.
Second.
And I'll propose Lorraine,
Yes.
Derek,
Yes.
Jim, yeah. Thank you, guys.
See you
Okay,
later, Derek.
bye, Derek.
Bye.
Take care. Thanks, appreciate it. All right, good.